bitch, cuz.
Wait, what you waiting on, though? You don't know what you waiting on, though, nigga. What you waiting on? You got to tell us what you waiting on.
Yeah, on my mama, bro, you would have been
Justice for Dip. Only underscore Wireless. Please make sure you include the underscore. And this is only underscore Wireless TV. Of course, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and hit the like button for your mans and them. And please don't forget, don't neglect, check out the Patreon link in the description. That's where I post the artwork that's a little too racy for this platform. So, I'm going to be dropping a series of videos back to back, and I'm late on like all three of them. But anyway, if you didn't know, longtime Rollin 60s Crips leader and show business entrepreneur charged in federal complaint alleging racketeering crimes. Now, who do you think I'm talking about? Don't worry, I won't wait. We're talking about Big U, y'all. We are talking about Eugene Henley. And this is an article, this is an article, or pretty much like an official like press release almost, that I'm getting from www.justice.gov. So it's coming from a reliable source. So anyway, the article was published March 19th, 2025. And here we go. A longtime leader of the South Los Angeles-based Rollin 60s neighborhood Crip street gang, that's a lot, that's a mouthful, who also was an entertainment entrepreneur and a self-proclaimed community activist, has been charged in a federal complaint alleging he ran a criminal enterprise that committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of an aspiring rap musician. The Justice Department announced today, and today is actually the 19th, so I'm a little late, but call me fashionably late, right? This might hurt my views a whole lot, so I'm actually kind of crying on the inside. So anyway, Eugene Henley Jr., 58 years old, aka Big U, aka Draws. I did not know that his nickname was Draws, so I don't know, that makes me smile on the inside and the outside for some reason. Big U of the Hyde Park neighborhood of South Los Angeles. There's a whole lot of I'm not from LA, man, so it's weird. The South Los Angeles is charged in the complaint with conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, the RICO. That's what it stands for. Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. Two other alleged members of the criminal enterprise, Sylvester Robinson, 59 years old, aka Vay, of Northridge. I've never met a black Sylvester until now. I ain't actually met him, but yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, and Mark Martin, 50 years old, aka Bear Claw, that's a dope nickname, can't lie, of the Beverlywood area of Los Angeles were arrested today, again today was the 19th, on the same criminal complaint in which Henley is charged. Robinson and Martin are expected to make their initial appearances this afternoon, which was on the 19th. Well, you get it, man. All this happened on Wednesday, the 19th of March, 2025. This afternoon in United States District Court in downtown Los Angeles, Henley is considered a fugitive. Well, we all know now, fast forward, Henley Big U eventually turned himself in. So, quote, the allegations in the complaint unsealed today reveal a criminal enterprise that engaged in murder, extortion, human trafficking, and fraud, all led by a supposed anti-gang activist and purported music entrepreneur who is nothing more than a violent street criminal, said acting United States Attorney Joseph McNally. Oh yeah, he's on your ass. You know what I mean? Feels like The Wire, don't it? McNally, something about that. Anyway, quote, eliminating gangs and organized crime is the Department of Justice's top priority. Today's charges and arrests target the leadership of this criminal outfit and will make the neighborhoods of Los Angeles safer. Look at that. It's all about the neighborhood. It's not about salary. It's not about, listen, man, I can't even really speculate for real, man, because I don't know what's going on with the Department of Justice for real. But anyway, I am grateful for the work of our prosecutors and law enforcement partners. Quote, the lead defendant and others in this case have for too long gotten away with violent acts and stealing money from taxpayers and well-intentioned donors, whether they use intimidation tactics or wield influence, as purportedly rehabilitated original gangsters. Rehabilitated OGs. Look, he brought the OGs into it. This is not Joseph McNally, though. This was said by Akil Davis. I'm assuming that was a black man. It might be weird if he's not black. The assistant director in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles, I like saying it like that, field office. The FBI and our partners have worked for 4 years, to bring justice in this case, and will continue to root out this kind of criminal behavior plaguing the streets of Los Angeles. So 4 years in the making, man. That's scaring me just reading it right now. Like, imagine the feds being on your ass for 4 years and you're still doing interviews. You're still sitting down in front of the cameras, talking to Vlad, of all people, talking to Adam 22 at No Jumper, of all people. Messy, man. Messy. Entirely too messy. In total, law enforcement in the last 24 hours, remember that was on the night, well, you get it, arrested 10 Rollin 60s members and associates who were charged with various federal crimes, including drug trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and firearms offenses. 4 defendants already were in custody, so 4 out of the 10. So they picked up 6, 4 were already in custody, that equals 10. Easy math, hooked on phonics work for me. Law enforcement is seeking the whereabouts of 5 other defendants, 3 of whom are expected to be in custody shortly. 2 defendants, including Henley, are considered fugitives, but we all know now, because I'm recording this video on the 25th of March, so 6 days later, or within the 6-day window, Henley, Big U, draws, turned himself in. According to an affidavit filed with the criminal complaint, this is worded weird, at least to me, and unsealed today, from 2010 to the present, Henley's criminal group, identified in court documents as the Big U Enterprise, quote unquote, operated as a mafia-like it's over, man. Like, just the language in this is just, it's crazy, man. Like, it's making the hair on the back of my neck stand up, man, quite literally. And it's kind of cold in the studio that I'm recording in, but I'm gonna make it. If you just work with me, not against me, we're gonna make it together. Operated as a mafia-like organization that utilized Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Rollin 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in Los Angeles. Henley is widely regarded as a leader within the Rollin 60s and rose to prominence in the street gang during the 1980s. Old niggas, OGs, old goats, you get it. While the Big U Enterprise at times partner with the Rollin 60s and other criminal elements for mutual benefit, the Big U Enterprise is a distinct and independent criminal enterprise engaged in criminal activity, including murder, extortion, robbery, trafficking, and exploiting sex workers, fraud, and illegal gambling. For example, in January 2021, that is a little over 4 years ago, Henley, understand, they're saying that Big U himself did this. He didn't pay anybody, he did it. Henley murdered a victim identified in the affidavit as RW, an aspiring musician signed to Unique Music. Killing your own artist is some next level shit. I mean, we've always suspected that, especially conspiracy theorists. I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all, to be honest with you. I don't really vibe with them, to be real. But when you got a smoking gun is a smoking gun, aka evidence is evidence. So Henley and Martin's music label. Shortly before RW's murder, Henley and Unique Music paid for RW to travel to Las Vegas to record music at a Grammy Award-winning music producer studio. So you pay for somebody to record music in a high-profile studio and then murder them? Crazy, man. And this is just what we know, or at least what the feds know. We can only imagine what's gonna come out, man. If it don't come out in the wash, it comes out in the rinse, as they say. That's like some old country, nigga slang. But RW did not record at the agreed upon rate and instead recorded a defamatory song about Henley, causing Henley and Robinson to travel to Las Vegas to confront him. Henley allegedly drove RW to North Las Vegas, shot him in the head, and dragged the victim's body off Interstate 15 into the desert and left him in a ditch. Henley returned to Los Angeles, with Robinson and ordered studio workers to leave while his associate removed security surveillance footage from the studio. Henley allegedly later ordered witnesses to not speak with law enforcement about RW's murder. So we talking about some next level, like the Kingpin and Daredevil, like born again type shit. Like we talking about some real gangster shit, like real gangster, you know what I'm saying? I know they're gonna flag me for the profanity, but sometimes you gotta just stick to landing, man. We're talking about somebody signing an artist paying for the artist to record in a Grammy, award-winning music producer studio. And I don't know who this Grammy award-winning music producer is. That's who I'm curious about. That's what I really want to get to the bottom of. Paying for him to record in an A-list producer studio. And if for some reason RW decided to go ahead and make a diss song, and I still don't know where this diss song can be found. So I need to do my little, detective work. I don't like that. Let me not say detective because I don't want to be associated with it. Let me do my homework, my research, my due diligence. That sounds better. And figure out where this song is, because it's got to be out there somewhere. I don't know. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. But it's crazy, man. The article goes on and on and on. Like, for instance, in furtherance of the enterprise, Henley allegedly submitted a fraudulent application. Can't speak English. Fraudulent application for a COVID-19 pandemic relief loan in which he claimed that Unique Music was operating at a $200,000 profit in 2019, despite operating at a 5K, 5,005 band, $5,000 loss that year, which should have disqualified it from loan eligibility. How are you operating at a 5K loss? I mean, they say he lost $5,000 on his record label, but actually what he claimed is that they profited by $200,000. So this was like a viable business, and therefore, that using that loophole, he was able. So we're talking about everything from murder to fraudulent applications for PPP loans. So Big U at this point looks like he's cooked. And again, this article comes from, or this release, it's kind of like a formal release. It's not like a typical article from like an NBC, ABC, the New York Times, the LA Times, something along those lines. This is coming from www.justice.gov. So you can read on and, find out every little intricate detail about this Big U enterprise, this criminal enterprise. But let me know in the comment section below, man. Are you shocked about are you shocked to hear about Big U being indicted, about the Rollin 60s, many members of the Rollin 60s being indicted? Who else was involved in this? Loose Cannon, who never really took off. I don't know if Loose Cannon has any viral moments on YouTube, but Loose Cannon is somebody who was kind of, I guess, prominent might be a good word for it, on YouTube. I've seen him on Gully TV. I've seen him on No Jumper. He's been picked up in this indictment too. I don't know, man. It's not looking good for your man, Big U. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about the news of Big U being indicted for operating a criminal enterprise? Only on the Score Wireless TV. Out.